I compare planning a funeral sort of to a wedding. People don't realize there can be 75 to over 100
Yes.
decisions to be made.
I can see your point there.
Yeah. And like with a wedding, you probably have months.
Right.
You're happy, it's a great time.
Right.
And a funeral, you have days. So whether it's the music, the scripture, the readings, the
Right.
venue, there's so many things. And so when you come in to me, obviously you would call and make an appointment. We would sit down and talk about your reason for doing it, because it's
Okay.
important to know why you want to.
Okay.
I want to talk about you and your life.
Right.
And then we just go through some personal information, name, birth date, social security number. But all of that is important because for the death certificate, there is information needed. And sometimes family members or loved ones or friends don't know all that information.
Well,
So that's even a...
That's right.
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 That's a step that you maybe wouldn't think of. And
Right, and I'm sure there's lots of steps that you wouldn't think of.
Mm-hmm.
So my concerns then would be that financially my children wouldn't have to show up and go, oh, we have to deal with this.
Right.
And then second of all, that my family and friends would have my service express me. So personally, I'd like to have a visitation the night before. I'd like it to be at the church that I attend with all of my friends there. And I'd like my family who isn't going to church with me maybe or don't live around here, that they would see this was Mom Karen's
Right.
experience, whatever. And I do have preferences to songs
Right.
and things like that.
Yeah.
So those would all be important to me. Yeah.
So one thing that I do is at the end, I give out a guide. And the guide has pages
those
for
things.
music, for readings, for anything you want to personalize your celebration.
Okay.
But in between that, I would ask all your wishes, and it goes onto a statement. And then that statement will print out and show you what the cost would be.
Okay.
And there's just different ways to fund it. You can write out a check for the whole amount. Your money goes into an irrevocable fund, which is really, really important, so nobody can touch that money.
Okay.
Especially if somebody ever goes into a long-term care
Right.
and then needs medical assistance, that money is safe.